It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. From downtown Milwaukee, tonight it's the hometown Milwaukee Bucks getting set to match up with the Toronto Raptors. The opening tip won by the Bucks as we get going at beautiful new Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. To Brogdon, lets it fly from beyond the arc. His first effort off the mark. For the Raptors right now, it's twofold. Not just winning with Kawhi, but trying to keep Kawhi.
I think Toronto has to look at this as a one-year lease. You have to get as much out of Kawhi as you can. The goal is to win a championship.
Oh, he got there!
That's great hustle getting back on D.
Kyle Lowry with the rock. To Leonard. Surveys the floor. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard cleans it up, working it outside. Ibaka. Giannis with it up top. He'll run the offense. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
It's denied by Ibaka. To Bledsoe.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Antetokounmpo. Short jumper stays out. Lowry with it. They trail by 2. Danny Green to Leonard. Here comes the screen. Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. Missed his first. That one goes.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here comes the screen. Shot from in close, no good. Danny Green to Lowry. Valanciunas to Ibaka. Lets it fly from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Bledsoe with the basketball. They're down 3. To Middleton. Drive here, but the shot stays out. Leonard to Lowry. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
I've seen him float so much on the perimeter, I forgot he even had that kind of physical presence. Good to see him beating up on people down low again.
To Antetokounmpo. Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 of 4 now.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
The Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo to Brogdon. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Up by 3. Deep left corner. Danny Green to Lowry. To Leonard. Ibaka. Beyond the arc for 3. Knocks it down and the foul. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
It never would have been a foul if you didn't give him space. Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Danny Green with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 81% free throw shooter. Count that one, and a 4-point trip. Giannis in control of the basketball. They trail by 7. Raptors come away with it. Fred VanVleet. Milwaukee with the basketball. Antetokounmpo to George Hill. Here's Lopez down low. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Now a whistle, and Toronto's going to use a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
Fred VanVleet to Leonard. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Hill into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Going to launch beyond the arc. And George Hill good on the quick release for 3.
I don't know how he saw his man out in the cut like that, but that was nice.
To Leonard, looking for his man. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's 3 of 5, 60% shooting from the field.
Number 3, George Hill.
Here's Leonard for 2. That's no good. No time left in this quarter. The Raptors in front. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, it just continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Hill across the timeline. Down 4 to DiVincenzo. Here comes the screen. Denied by
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Fires the 3. This young man can drill them on a dime. Dante DiVincenzo.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, "Are you sure you want to give me the ball here?"
To DiVincenzo. To Hill. 5 on the shot clock for Milwaukee. That's usually one that he'll knock down. Fred VanVleet to Leonard. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Hill into the front court. Down a point. to DiVincenzo.
Hey, watch this screen left.
They'll get it down low to Lopez. Brook Lopez. He's 2 for 2 now.
Old school equals high percentage.
Fred VanVleet to Valanciunas. Short jumper misses. Hill across the timeline. Leads one. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. DiVincenzo to George Hill. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Bledsoe. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Bucks.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's now 4 for 6.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Leonard to VanVleet. It's denied by Giannis.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Bucks at the controls to Antetokounmpo. Probing the defense. Takes stock of the floor. Bledsoe to Hill. He wants to deliver. Knocks it down off the step back.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
This is my man right here. Y'all get yours. I got ball. I got ball.
Leonard to VanVleet. Knocked loose. Bucks have it. George Hill, 3 for 6 now.
You know, teams usually shoot higher percentages early in the shot clock. Plus, you take away the legs of the defense. You have to dictate the pace.
Fred VanVleet to Valanciunas. Leonard to VanVleet. Fine to shoot for Toronto. Leonard, well defended.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
And he scores. Unguardable, Jay.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Now a whistle, and Toronto is going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Lowry to Van Vliet. Lowry to Van Vliet. Giannis with it up top. The lead stands at 9. Nice pass to set things up.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first half. The Bucks in control so far.
Thanks, Ed. The Bucks were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Raptors did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. These are the guys getting buckets.
Game drought. Steals.
The Toronto Raptors have already given up a number of steals in this game, and that's indicative of a careless attitude. That must be corrected immediately if they want to have a chance to win this game. The problem started early.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo is up in the air swatting shots. When he's not doing that, he's down on the floor making steals. Who wouldn't be impressed by a first half like that? Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Toronto with the basketball. Lowry to Ibaka. Sizing up the defense. Ibaka to Lowry. Has a look. Well done, Kyle Lowry. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Look, no one was more disappointed in how the 18 season ended than Kyle Lowry. I'm sure he's been playing those games over and over in his mind like a bad nightmare. I would be shocked if we don't see a bigger edge and a bigger chip on his shoulder, because the reality is they need to start finding some answers in the 6 and quick.
Lowry into the front court. His guys down 11. To Danny Green. To Valanciunas. The Raptors down to 3 on the shot clock. To Ibaka. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go.
It's so important to instill confidence in your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's the player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. you need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Chris Middleton trying to cash in on a three-point play. A career 87% from the line. One free throw up and good. The lead now 14. It's the Raptors with the basketball. Lowry to Leonard. Lowry, second effort. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Middleton gets it in the right corner. To Lopez. Can't connect from in close. Lowry into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. To Leonard. Here comes the screen. Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now, since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Bledsoe to Adetokunbo. Nothing going here on that drive. And he knocks it down, Jay.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
Lowry to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Turned away by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Brogdon to Bledsoe. To Antetokounmpo. Count the bucket for 2.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Now the Raptors going to use a timeout as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides.
Stepping in for Toronto, number 15, Greg Monroe.
Kawhi Leonard. The shot almost. Middleton to George Hill. From the painted area, won't go down. Danny Green to Valanciunas. Oh, it's blocked by Lopez.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Shot from the lane won't go. Hill into the front court. Counting down toward a minute to play in this third quarter. And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. Ball's controlled by Lowry. to Van Vliet. Probing the defense. Fred Van Vliet.
Right.
Knocked loose. 5 to shoot for Toronto. Getting dirty. Loose ball on the deck. Ibaka. Off the mark. No good. To Hill. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Number 21, Tony Snell.
Fred Van Vliet. Bucks basketball. Here's a chance from long range. He buries it on the catch and shoot.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort, it's off the charts.
3 quarters down. The Bucks in command of this one. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
No, I missed a short one there.
One of the best-kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I went up a little bit lazy.
Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Adetokunbo to Brogdon. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
Lowry has the basketball. To Danny Green. It's denied by Giannis.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Lowry to Danny Green. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Eric Bledsoe at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Toronto has the basketball. Lowry to Leonard. Nothing going here on that drive. Leonard to Van Vliet. Deep right corner. Lowry. For 3. Fred Van Vliet locked in on that one.
I hope everyone here knows the golden rule. Guys, remember, sharing is caring.
Nothing going here on that drive. Not that time. Valanciunas there for the board. Lowry with it. His guys down big. Screen coming. Short jumper won't go down.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Bledsoe to Brogdon. That pass taken away by Toronto. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go. Antetokounmpo to Bledsoe. Raptors have the rebound. Across the timeline, it's Lowry. Down a bundle. And the rebound taken by Bledsoe.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come mentally engaged and you have attention to detail, whew, that's a scary thing to watch.
Lowry. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
I don't really care that Fred VanVleet finished third in the voting for Sixth Man of the Year. You know what I care about? That he was a draft snub. That 3 seasons ago, he was undrafted and nobody wanted him. After that, he spent time on the Raptors D-League team to being a guy that sits on their bench to all of a sudden being one of the best players on their squad. That's a story, that's a narrative we need to focus on.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Hill.
Number 14, Danny Green. Subbing in for the Milwaukee
Antetokounmpo to Middleton.
George Hill.
Antetokounmpo to Middleton. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Bledsoe. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat them by 50, beat them by 50. If you want to beat them by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Kawhi Leonard, not looking pretty. 3 for 10.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Bledsoe with it up top. His guys holding the big lead. To Antetokounmpo. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. Antetokounmpo. Not that time. Lowry into the front court. He'll run the offense. It's no good. Great defense. The Bucks claim victory as they win this one in blowout fashion. That does it. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks put on a show in a blowout. The scoring display they put on is going to be hard to forget. It's hard to imagine anyone doesn't come away impressed with how effectively they score their points. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Raptors seemed to give up on this game as it got more challenging. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Toronto Raptors.
Game track. Steals.
Antetokounmpo wasn't satisfied with just getting steals. He had to insist on getting a bunch of blocks as well. Now that's what I call defense.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. We look forward to seeing you again next time.